And I could not believe when I saw this in the video. These drawings here. So notice on the right, it doesn't matter if you're a bird or a rabbit or a human, you all look pretty much the same. It's going through as you're beginning. But if you compare that to Haeckel's drawings, that's Haeckel that's got the chicken, the bunny, and the human, those images from the textbook look pretty similar to Haeckel's drawings. And what they're not telling you is Haeckel forged them. Those are fraudulent drawings. He wanted evidence for evolution, and he didn't find any, so then he forged them. And they're not telling that to the students. And it's not just me saying this. This is the New Scientist. How fudged embryo illustrations led to drawn-out lies. And the New Scientist isn't a creationist organization. It's embarrassing but true. Some of the most influential drawings in the history of biology are wrong, exaggerated to fit a thesis. Not only do they exaggerate drawings, they'll actually cut up a fossil and put it back the way they want it. And we'll get to that later. And then this is embryonic fraud lives on. It says they still appear in reference books such as Graves' Anatomy. And this was in 1997. Well, guess what, folks? They're still in our textbooks, 742 textbooks, and a copyright 2024. I was at the fair and somebody said, well, they should update the textbooks. You can't get any newer than 2024 textbooks. And there was another person that walked by and said, is this a Republican thing? And it's like, you mean trying to get accurate information is Republican? Does that mean having deceptive information is Democrat? And so, yeah, it's fun at the fair. But it goes on to say that although Haeckel confessed to drawing from memory and was convicted of fraud by the University of Jena, the drawings persist. That's the real mystery. Yeah, why is it still in the textbooks? And this is Dr. Jonathan Wells. He's got a PhD in molecular and cell biology from UCal Berkeley, which is not a Bible college. And this is what he says.
If you go back earlier in development, the different classes of vertebrates look even more different.
According to Wells, Haeckel, and many modern textbooks, mislead students not just because of faked drawings, but because they leave out the earliest stages of embryonic development. What students are shown as the first stage of embryonic development is actually the mid-stage.
And very few textbooks show those earliest stages, and yet that's the whole point. It's the earliest stages that are supposed to be the most similar, and they're not.
And they're not. Okay, so that's still in our textbooks. I cannot believe it. And I tried to get the rest of this video, and you can check it out on Discovery Institute YouTube channel, and just search Haeckel's bogus drawings and watch the whole thing, because Eugenie Scott, she's there. She's from the National Center for Science Education. She says, yeah, those drawings are unreliable, but they're used because they don't have a copyright, so they're cheap, and they project the image the idea that they want to project. Well, it's like, well, if you have to use false images to project an idea, maybe your idea is not accurate. And so these drawings are not accurate. Number 4.